Hello and welcome to Prime at 9. Now for the news in detail. Nagaland's cross-state domestic products decreased by INR 233.10 crore from INR 29,535.93 crore in 2019 to 2020 to INR 29,312.83 crore in 2020 to 21. This was stated in the State Finances Audit Report of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India for the year ending March 31, 2021 on September 22, tabled in the 12th session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly in Kohima. The report stated that during the past 5 years, there was a steady increase in GSDP from INR 21,722.45 crore in 2016 to 17 to INR 29,535.93 crore in 2019 to 2020. The GSDP negative growth rate for Nagaland was higher than the All India GDP growth rate in 2020 to 2021. The state's revenue deficit in previous year turned into revenue surplus, which was rupees 2,375.37 crore for the year, mainly due to decrease in revenue expenditure and marginal increase in revenue receipt. The state's total expenditure for the year, which was INR 12,729.60 crore, decreased by 0.96% over the previous year. It was mainly due to decrease in revenue expenditure offset by increase in capital expenditure. The state's fiscal deficit decreased by 8.91% as compared to previous year. During 2020 to 21, the state had a revenue surplus of INR 375.37 crore, which was 1.28% of GSDP. The fiscal deficit was INR 1,300.94 crore during 2020 to 2021, which was 4.44% of GSDP, and primary deficit was INR 444.17 crore, 1.52% of GSDP. The government was successful in maintaining revenue surplus as projected in FRBM Act during the year, but the fiscal deficit GSDP ratio and outstanding debt GSDP ratio were above the ceilings prescribed under the Act, the report stated. Following heavy rainfall which started yesterday evening, September 23, and continued till the morning of September 24, landslides occurred in Pak town. 2 roads near Pak village were totally blocked. It was informed that clearance will take approximately 2 to 3 hours. It was informed at the time this report was being filed that machineries were on their way to clear the road. Protests over the Manipur cabinet's decision to legalize alcohol production in the state continue. Scuffles took place between police personnel and protesting women's organizations and others at Keshambat in Imphal West. The Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol, civil society organizations and women's groups staged protests, held rallies and submitted a memorandum to the Governor of Manipur. The protests are mainly led by the CADA. Its General Secretary Kit Chandra categorically maintained that they will engage in democratic forms of protest until the state government rolls back its decision. During the past 2 days, that is on Friday and Saturday, the protests could be seen gaining momentum as many women organizations extended their support to the CADA's movement.
Prohibition se masi 1991 dagi hona chanarapa prohibition act asi laina hai ba prohibition sigi makhada akogi Manipur sarkar na warep lawa kanda yunba yaba amadi sumdo yabagi ayaba pitokhiba asigi mayokta kadana.
The state's cabinet decided to lift the Alcohol Prohibition Act after 3 decades. According to the state government, lifting alcohol prohibition will help in boosting the state's economy as alcohol is a good source of revenue in many states. However, the CADA made a statement that Manipur stands 5th among the top alcohol consuming states in the country, even with the Non-Prohibition Act. So, lifting the prohibition will have negative repercussions. The centre has decided to withdraw multiple incentives and allowances given to the All India Service Officers for posting in the North-East states. As per a letter issued by the Department of Personnel and Training on Friday, special incentives and allowances being granted to AIS officers posted in North-East states be withdrawn with immediate effect. The letter has been addressed to the all state chief secretaries. It said that the additional monetary incentives given to the All India Service Officers will be withdrawn. The additional monetary allowances was introduced in 2009. AIS officers comprise Indian Administrative Services, Indian Police Service and Indian Forest Service. As per DOPT earlier order, officers belonging to the Assam-Meghalaya Joint Cadre, Sikkim, Nagaland, Tripura and Manipur cadres were entitled to a special allowance of additional 25% basic pay and a few other incentives for posting in the Northeast. The letter said that the post-retirement housing facility, which was introduced in the year 2007 for officers belonging to Northeast cadres, shall be withdrawn. As per the order, the incentive of reimbursement of payable income tax to tribal All India Service Officers belonging to the North-East cadres, while on central deputation has been withdrawn. Moreover, the order on flexible inter-cadre deputation for officers of North-East cadres that was consolidated in 2017 has also been discontinued. The Punjab police made 4th arrest in connection with the Chandigarh University case, where it was alleged that several objectionable videos of girl students in the common washroom were recorded. The 4th arrested was an army personnel posted in Arunachal Pradesh, said Director General of Police Punjab Gaurav Yadav. The accused Sanjeev Singh was nabbed from Arunachal Pradesh and will be produced in Mohali court. Police had earlier arrested 3 people, a girl student and 2 men from Himachal Pradesh. The development came days after Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann ordered a high-level probe into the matter, for which a 3-member all-women special investigation team under the overall supervision of ADGB Community Affairs Division and Women Affairs Gurpreet Kaur Deo was constituted. He said that the accused army personnel was arrested from Sela Pass in Arunachal Pradesh with the support of Arunachal Pradesh Police, Assam Police and army authorities in Arunachal Pradesh. The SAS Nagar Police have also obtained a 2-day transit remand of the accused from the court of Chief Judicial Magistrate Pomdila to produce him before the magistrate in SAS Nagar, he added. Protests had rocked the university campus in Punjab's Mohali last over allegations levelled by students that a hostel inmate recorded several objectionable videos of students in the common washroom. The outrage over the murder of a 19-year-old woman in Uttarakhand's Rishikesh intensified on Saturday as protesting locals vandalized the car of BJP MLA Renu Bisht. The MLA was later escorted away by the police. As protests escalated, the party earlier on Saturday expelled the father and brother of the accused. BJP leader Vinod Arya and the accused's brother Ankit Arya, who was also a party member, have been expelled following the accused Pulkit Arya's arrest, the BJP said. Locals also vandalized the resort owned by the accused and set it on fire. A part of the resort was earlier demolished on the order of Uttarakhand's Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami, who expressed pain of the death of the woman and announced the setting up of an SIT led by DIG Police P. Renuka Devi to conduct a speedy probe into the killing. The Uttarakhand police on Friday arrested 3 persons, including Pulkit Arya, the son of Vinod Arya, a former BJP minister in the state, on charges of murder of Ankita, who was employed as a receptionist at a resort in the Uttarakhand city. In a mega crackdown against the sales and distribution of online child pornography, the Central Bureau of Investigation is conducting raids at around 26 locations across 20 states on Saturday. As per the information, CBI has received inputs on the sales and distribution of such material on the internet from Interpol's Singapore-based Crime Against Child Unit. After this, various teams of more than 200 CBI officials were formed to crack down on the entire network of the accused involved in the crime. The operation has been named Operation Mekh Chakra. The sources said that the ongoing operation was a follow-up of raids which were conducted in November 16, 2021 in connection with the same crime. At the time, it was named Operation Carbon. The international cooperation channels have been used by the Federal Probe Agency to unearth the entire network of accused who are distributing child porn online. Popular Front of India, its office bearers, members and affiliates in Kerala encouraged vulnerable youths to join terrorist organizations including Lashkar-e-Taiba, ISIS or Daesh and Al-Qaeda, and also conspired to establish Islamic rule in India by committing a terrorist act, reveals NIA remand copy submitted before a special court in Kerala. The central agency also accused the PFI's members and cadres operating from Kerala to conspire to indulge in unlawful activities by creating enmity between members of different regions and groups, prejudicial to maintenance of harmony with the intention to disrupt public tranquility and cause disaffection against India. The revelations came in an application for judicial remand of the accused Karamana Ashraf Maulavi, national in charge of PFI's education wing, and others. The case is being investigated by the NIA's Kochi branch. Lauding the role of the Sahastra Seema Bal in the battle against Naxalism, Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Saturday said, owing to the tough fight, Naxalism has been finished in Bihar and Jharkhand regions. Shah, who is on a 2-day visit to Bihar, inaugurated 5 border outposts of SSP in Kishanganj today. Acknowledging the duty, the Home Minister said that the SSP has the toughest duty to perform because of the open border with Nepal and Bhutan.
सुरक्षा के लिए भारत सरकार की प्रायोरिटी कितनी मजबूत है, मगर भारत सरकार सुविधा दे सकती है, वाइब्रेंट विलेज का कार्यक्रम लेकर आ सकती है, सीमांत क्षेत्र के विकास उत्सव के कार्यक्रम लेकर आ सकती है, मगर ये सभी चीजों के बावजूद भी सुरक्षा तो आपके अथक परिश्रम और बलिदान के अलावे सुनिश्चित नहीं है। मैं जब भी नेपाल और भूटान बॉर्डर की बात करता हूं, मैं हमेशा सुनिश्चित रहता हूं, क्योंकि मेरा एसएसबी का जवान, मेरी एसएसबी की जवान बहन जो मुस्तैदी के साथ इसकी सुरक्षा करते हैं, राष्ट्र को इस बॉर्डर से कभी खतरा हो ही नहीं सकता। इतनी निश्चिंतता के साथ मैं पूरे देश में जहां जाता हूं वहां बताता हूं। आज यहां 0 पॉइंट पर नेपाल बॉर्डर पर मैं पहली बार आया हूं। इसके बाद जनवरी के सप्ताह में मेरा यूपी में कार्यक्रम है, ये भी 0 पॉइंट पर है। आप सभी को मिलकर बहुत अच्छा लगा, आपकी कठिनाइयां देखकर और ये नए भवन देखकर। कठिनाइयां देखकर चिंता होती है और भवन देखकर आश्वस्ति होती है कि कम से कम कुछ तो राहत ये भवन बनने से आप लोगों को मिलेगा और आपकी कठिन ड्यूटी में थोड़े पल आराम के आप यहाँ निकाल पाओगे। आप सभी को अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं देकर मेरी बात समाप्त करता हूँ। वंदे मातरम, भारत माता की जय।
Handloom and handicraft products by the brand name Noglak Masterpieces products made by the Noglak District Handloom and Handicraft Council were launched by Noglak Police Superintendent Dr. Pritpal Kaur on September 23. Pastor A. Penglang, who is also helping the NDHHC in its work, said the invocation at the program. SP Kaur said the products will not only help in preserving the cultural traditions of the tribe, but also help the environment by making Noglak plastic free. She urged the people to use pruning methods to save trees and ecosystem of the region. Youths in search of employment and livelihood can opt for this kind of entrepreneurship instead of abusing drugs or other intoxicants, she said. The NM products include kitchen craft, traditional attires, headgears, machetes, traditional bamboo crafts, jewellery, stinging needle products, earthenware, pottery, cane works, wild tria bags, handmade cotton products, wooden straws and traditional iron tools and more. NM products will be displayed for the upcoming World Tourism Day on September 27 at Noglak. Anyone interested in purchasing the products can contact S. Kumo at the number 7005045354. As part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, District Cultural Office Long Lang celebrated tribal festival under the theme Igniting Cultural Traditions at Pom Baptist Christian Association Convention Hall with Dr. Samuel Ako Konyak P as the special guest. The festival was sponsored by Department of Art and Culture. While briefing on the importance of celebration, District Cultural Officer Mabui Dibe stressed on the need to preserve tradition and culture. Also speaking of the team, Dr. Samuel Alco said, through such program, culture and traditions can be revived and ignited to a greater extent. The program witnessed folklore recitation and cultural dances.
Itu hoy thao jivan thao ya nimite company ke dhanyawad diya.
I want to welcome you to the first ever tribal festival organized by the Department of Art and Culture. Basing on a theme, our aims and objectives is to encourage and enlighten the young people.
Key development ho gale mandela personal family life ke living nole to political living so culture lage it plays a very important part of any development of any state village town living culture to be important as it every year the government of India spends 3,000 crore rupees just for art and culture ministry.
I'd like to acknowledge our gratitude to our special guest, Sir Dr. Samuel and CS EAC Learning.
US scientists have discovered a new virus in bats that could be bad news for humans. The new virus, called COSTA-2, can not just infect human cells, it is also resistant to current vaccines. Research published in the journal PLOS Pathogen says that the virus is resistant to the antibodies of people vaccinated against SARS-CoV-2, which causes COVID-19, reported Newsweek. In bats in Russia 2 years ago and thought to be harmless to people, but a closer scrutiny recently in labs showed it could infect human beings. The study says that unlike the SARS-CoV-2, this virus lacks the genes that can cause serious disease in humans, but it could if it circulates wider and gets mixed with genes of SARS-CoV-2. Like the virus that causes COVID, COSTA-2 binds to the ACE2 protein to get an entry into human cells, which is the first step in infecting human beings. The study by scientists led by Michael Letko of the Washington State University also showed that the virus was not neutralized by human antibodies produced either due to COVID vaccines or due to an infection with Omicron. That means neither COVID vaccines nor prior infection from COVID infection would provide humans any immunity protection from COSTA-2. What the study instead tries to show is that there are a larger number of viruses that can cause severe acute respiratory syndrome, which are present among wildlife in many countries, and that some of them are at some point capable of making the jump to humans. In this case, a potentially problematic scenario is if SARS-CoV-2 spills back into an animal already infected with. In this case, a potentially problematic scenario is if SARS-CoV-2 spills back into an animal already infected with COSTA-2 and the two viruses combine to go back and infect humans again. That's all for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.